My goodness, my God, for the first time in an absolute ages, I'm talking about ages, I'm talking about a very long time of your life that affected you, and I'm talking about, when I say very long time, I'm going back to all the way within the last 36 months. Things haven't been that great because of the energy that was affecting every single one of us with every single aspect of our lives. Anything that is to do with our decisions, anything that is to do with our next step, anything to do with things that we look forward to on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, everything has been affected with this really negative energy. And for the first time in a long time, and this is a long time, and this is exactly how you're gonna feel. This is exactly what you're gonna kind of be able to kind of sense in so many different ways, on so many different levels. So the bottom line, my gorgeous Libra, is that for the first time in an absolute ages, this month you are finally going to be able to not only see the difference in your life, but to feel the difference. And when I say to feel the difference, you will exactly know that the energy that was very holding you down and affecting you and slowing you down so much, it's about to be shifted. And it's not only from the beginning of April, this is slowly going to start happening and making its own spiritual shift within the last 7 days of March. So by the time you come to the very 1st of March, the energy is going to be completely different, and it's so good. And it's going to start with a specific information, specific news, and it's gonna be tiny in the world of darkness, okay? But it's gonna be the main, enormous, huge beacon of light that you need at this moment in your life. It's going to almost immediately going to enhance your personal vibration. So within the first 11 days of April, it's oh my God, the inspiration that you're gonna have, the feelings that you're gonna have, but purely through your own inspiration to deal with problems and things and aspects in your life that you didn't know how to deal with, that you felt really uncomfortable to deal with. You see, now suddenly you're gonna feel inspired to do just that. This month is going to bring you a remarkable progress in your life. Pay attention to your inspiration, pay attention to your intuition, because my goodness, it's all about understanding and realizing that this is coming from somewhere else, completely different dimension, but it requires your attention right now. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading. And it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for April 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for April 2022. And when it comes to the actual number in numerology, you have got a big mama. Your number is 777. I mean, this shows the peak of the actual spirituality that you are going to find yourself at. But it's also going to help you to understand a very important aspect of your life needing your attention. That in itself is going to be highlighted on the 7th of April, on the 17th of April, and on the 27th of April. It's very important for you to recognize and understand these 3 different inspirations that you are going to have. They're going to be completely different, but you will not understand the strong connections these things actually have. The strong connection, these 3 things that actually going to have, you're going to become aware of on the 29th and the 30th of April 2022, where you are going to become aware of an important, mind-blowing opportunity. So the 29th and the 30th of April is the time. Bum, 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 when you're going to become aware of an important, mind-blowing, life-changing opportunity. But these are only going to be the beginning stages of this. At the same time, you need to remember the importance of giving a credit to yourself, because this is what this negative energy was causing as well. It was affecting you in such a way where you should be giving credit to yourself, and then you don't give a credit as much as you should, and then this affects personal balance. So at the same time, when you become aware of that important opportunity, what is going to help you even more along your own path and a very sacred spiritual journey, it's your following your own devotion, but at the same time you have to look back on what you have achieved and set new goals. This is going to help you out so much. And also, on another hand, it's all about feeling this anticipation, feeling this wonder, feeling this powerful curiosity, being aware of that moment in time. You're also going to become aware of the whole new journey entering your life, and also you're almost immediately, you're going to become aware of the potential. You being aware of this potential, it's going to change everything. Just remember, your passion is your power. Your power is your passion. The more you focus on those things that make you feel good about yourself, the more you're going to achieve out of this life. And even more so, the challenges and all the negativity and things that we have all gone through so far, it's even strongly showing how important it is to keep on being grounded. And the only way to be grounded in this life, on this spiritual journey, is by staying true to yourself to the T. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, you have to come out with things by yourself that make sense only to you, not to someone else, okay? You need to think with your mind, not with somebody else's. And this is important. And even if you don't understand now what am I referring to, this is going to become obvious by the end of this month indeed. So it's all about you realizing the very special part of your life that it's about to advance, becoming aware of the same time of the certain requests which you're going to find a little bit challenging, but then at the same time this is most certainly going to be the step in the right direction, because on one hand, the certain fantasy, the certain illusion, the certain unrealistic truth, the certain unrealistic attitude, that this is going to be highlighted here as well. The certain part of your life that is just basically you need to kind of remove yourself from and you need to establish what this is. Maybe you were just a little bit kind of misled with certain things, and it doesn't really matter as long as you kind of realize this and as long as you understand this, because as soon as you realize what you have been misled with, at the same time, this is within the next 7 later, it's going to be connected to an important message which is really kind of going to give you an idea, and that idea, it's immediately going to increase your desire, determination. It's going to highlight your strong willpower, but also it's going to highlight a certain goal connected to a very, very intelligent choice, which is on another hand deeply connected to your desire, your will, but as well it's going to be it's going to resolve so much in your life. It's connected to an important resolution as well. It's going to be followed by the actual kind of a very important news that you're going to become aware of, but that news that you're going to become aware of, it's going to be connected to somebody who you trust, and it's going to be connected to somebody who is a very kind of consistent person in your life, because it's to do with an important news, but also confirmation. Exactly like if you do what you were thinking about, you are going to do one of the greatest investments in your life. Just remember this, my gorgeous Libra. This is really important, and I can see that someone very kind of genuine, beautiful, honest, very beautiful person in your life who is very connected to your life, who is around you, it's also going to be playing an important role, because they are going to most certainly and most importantly going to really kind of inspire you at the right time. It's an inspiration through the right person, and just being told something very specific, it's going to change everything. It's going to open your eyes, but it's going to make you aware of the fact why you were in lack of maybe ambition to make the necessary step in your life, and this is going to result quite a lot by you realizing and understanding that it's all about you being persistent and staying committed to the task at hand. Because something that you're working on, something that you're doing is just kind of like a very kind of slowed down a lot. And this is just a challenge. You're going to come up, you're going to come on top, and you're going to do really great. And the more slow this seems, you know, the more successful you're going to be. So it's just like to highlight that you are going to need to be pretty much so, you're going to need to understand, to be very much so, to keep on being persistent, because you will think that something came to an end here, but no, it's just all about the actual growth that is gonna, huge, massive growth. It's gonna come from a hard work, which is going to bring a fantastic progress into your life when it comes to your finances, when it comes to you also kind of realizing results of other efforts that are nearly due. This is also gonna happen at the time when you kind of like need it the most, in order to realize what you're gonna do next. Because what you're gonna do next after this moment in time, it's about you having an important dealings, and the dealings that you're going to have, it's they're going to help you on one hand to overcome so many obstacles, because you will find out something so unique about yourself. This is one thing that is going to make you aware of your own spiritual growth, how much you have gone through over the last 46 months, but most importantly, how much did you learn, how much did you become aware of, you know. This is important. It's all going to deal toward, it's all going to kind of float towards your practical knowledge and having this important negotiation. As I said, you're going to overcome an important obstacle, but then you will know if you overcome this, you can overcome absolutely anything. You know, you're going to have a very strong sense of like, my gorgeous Libra, like you are protected by angels, you're protected by the spirit guides. There are going to be 2 or 3 instances that you're going to have, specifically on the 4th of April, 14th of April, and to 24th of April. These 3 days, you know, you're gonna like feel like, ooh la la, like someone is around you, someone is behind you, someone is on your left, someone is on your right. You know, you're gonna feel like you're guided, but in a very good way, not in a way like no baby, no, but you're gonna feel very confident, you're gonna feel very calm, you're gonna feel like very powerful, you're gonna feel very unique and very wise, because at the same time you will know that something is around you, someone is around you. So pay attention to little things that you are seeing on the floor, because you know, very often when the spirit guides and the guardian angels are around us, you know, they'll leave little messages on the floor, like a little feather, or see something that is completely sticking out like on the floor, or see things that you notice in a very unusual places, because as soon as you see this over these 3 days that I've mentioned, at the same time there is going to be very powerful sign and strong feeling that you're going to have towards a certain aspect of your life. You know, you're going to be guided over these 3 days, and the guidance that you're going to have, it's going to come from somewhere else. It's going to answer things to you in a very special and very unique way. By the same time, you will just kind of know what to do and what next step to kind of make. At the same time, you will realize how wise you are, but you will also realize what a powerful person you are when it comes to other people's lives. You're a beacon for others, and this is something that is also going to be highlighted at the same time, my gorgeous Libra. So this is really, really important. And also what is going to happen this month, someone is going to really surprise you. Surprise, 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 by someone very important to you, very close to you, like a family member or a great friend. You are going to become aware of some kind of like a rejoice, I suppose. It's going to lead to rejoice, but it's like going to be like a reconnection with someone. So someone who you haven't seen for a while, or someone who you like kind of lost connection a little bit, it's kind of going to surprise you. You're going to hear about someone very special to you who is about to visit you, or who is about to come over, or maybe they will invite you to kind of come over or visit, but it's going to lead towards an important reconnection. And this is going to mean to you so much, because that specific person is having a very very important message for you. They are going to surprise you in such a great way. It's something to do with them. It's something to do with their success. It's something to do with what they did. But this is going to mean to you so much. Bless your heart. As much as this would mean to you, it's going to mean to you so much how much their success means to them. But even more so, it's going to give you like kind of, it's going to help you to understand the certain path, how to go on, how to kind of avoid things that you don't want to kind of be part of. But also it's going to inspire you so much, because it's going to provide you with a very sacred information. And I repeat that this comes from someone very special to you, very close to you. And when people are very close to us and very special to us in our lives, they're meant to be here. They're meant to be part of our spiritual journey. We learn from them and they learn from us. So there is something very important that you're going to learn, and you will want to apply this in your life too. This is brilliant, because also, my gorgeous Libra, I'm not being funny, but you know, seriously, things are going to start moving on for you this month. You have got number 777, which means that you are going to be protected by your guardian angels and your spirit guides. You better believe it. You better believe this, because this is truth. But I'm telling you that, you know, you are going to make like a very big steps, very important steps. And to keep this going, to keep this energy flowing, do not bring yourself down. Don't worry about finances. Don't worry about money. If you set like a certain goal or something, don't worry about finances, because almost immediately you bring yourself down. You just think about the outcome. You just connect yourself in that way, in a very powerful and vibrational way. So by doing this, you're already halfway there, instead of slowing yourself down and already locking the door in front of you by making yourself to think, oh, I can't afford this, I can't do this, I can't do it, it's not the right time. No, baby, no. You just keep going. This is important. And this is why your spirit guides and guardian angels are here to remind you. This is what they are here to remind you. This is so important, my gorgeous Libra, like my goodness. On another hand, when it comes to the actual health and when it comes to nutrition, my gorgeous Libra, you know, it is just amazing how it goes to like so many signs this month. You also have a blockage when it comes to your digestion, when it comes to your stomach, and when it comes to your digestive system in general. But in particular, when it comes to chemicals, when it comes to chemical sweets, chemical treats, you know, sweets, chemicals, it's these chocolates and sweets and all that, it's all full of chemicals, you know. It's like, oh my god, you don't even know what's real anymore, you know what I mean? But it's like, basically, even more so, it's gonna be kind of, you're gonna feel like pretty much so sensitivity if you kind of eat lots of sugar, if you eat lots of chocolates, if you eat lots of like sweets and things like that. And this is gonna be draining your energy. And sometimes we don't understand this and we don't realize this until we try to change this a little bit, and then you see how much better you're gonna feel. Because the fact that you're gonna have a blockage caused by the sugar and things like that, it doesn't mean that you're constantly eating sugary sweets or sugar or anything like that. No, baby, no. But I'm just saying that specifically this month, this is going to affect you a little bit more. But there is something that you can actually do about it. Try to avoid sugar, like cut out sugar completely. Try to use what I said before, organic maple syrup, organic honey. It's brilliant instead of sugar. Sugar is absolutely vile, like completely. Please try to take it out of your diet whatsoever. Try to replace it with organic honey, organic maple syrup. So if you're having teas and coffees and things like that, try to sweeten it with the actual honey or the actual maple syrup. This is very important. And at the same time, try to avoid like sweets in general. If you don't want to, then that's entirely up to you. But try to avoid sweets in general, and you will see your energy is going to start levitating in a very different way. And if you do want to kind of like, if you have an urge to eat sweets and treats like that, you know, things like that, then maybe try to kind of stick to fruit and vegetables instead. I know it's like kind of boring, but yeah, no, it makes you feel so much better, but kind of it fills you up in a certain way. But also on another hand, you can also try like something like a basically dark chocolate. The darker the chocolate is, the better is for you. Dark chocolate is actually quite good for us. And also on another hand, the higher the content of cocoa is, the better the dark chocolate is for you. Yes, it's not as sweet as the normal chocolate, you know, the chemical one. It's not as sweet as the normal chocolate, but you just you suck it a little bit, you know, and then it's just going to be like basically it gives you that, replacement, but it's actually quite good for you, and you only need a little bit. So this is something that I would suggest. And also, on another hand, due to the fact that you are going to find this really beneficial to kind of like drink lots of water, avoid juices, drinks as much as you can, like squashes and juices, blah blah blah, and things like that. Try to drink, because it's all rubbish nowadays anyway, so try to like kind of drink as much as water as you possibly can. This is going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system, alongside the actual organic chamomile tea again and organic dandelion tea. These two teas are brilliant when it comes to flushing out the toxins out of the system. And again, use a little bit of organic honey, organic maple syrup, and a little bit of organic unwaxed lemon. My goodness, it's so good. But I will tell you what, as soon as you drink these teas, like as soon as you have a first cup, you will see after like about hour or two, you're gonna feel so much lighter, you're gonna feel so much more energetic. This is because it's gonna be absolutely superb when it comes to your personal vibration. And also, what I said in March, for March and April, these 2 months are very important when it comes to the whole energy change in general. Everything is changing, the energy is changing, the nature is changing, we are changing, and now is the time to kind of let yourself go with that particular vibration. And the way you let yourself go is by going and reconnecting with the nature in the forest, just sitting in the nature and like kind of like just looking at a certain spot, looking at a certain leaf, for example, and you will see you're thinking about the leaf. And what is important is to pay attention to what comes to you in your mind just out of the blue, like the really random things are going to be coming to you. Those random things are trying to tell you something. What this is, it's it's up to you to find out. Okay, it's important. Okay, so this is something that I need you to kind of understand, because it's a lot is going to come to you that is going to help you to understand the journey that you're on from a much higher aspect, from a much higher angle indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to go on the very first date, my gorgeous Libra, but before I go there, like, look at this beauty, look at how gorgeous this pendant is. It's absolutely unbelievably powerful, it's unbelievably beautiful, it's very unique, and these are not very easy to actually get hold of. They're called chrome chalcedony, but they're very kind of, they make you energetic almost immediately. They help you to express yourself, they help you to explain yourself, they help you to communicate, they help you to kind of like really kind of explain yourself, but also through your own communication you inspire others, because it goes so much further. The things that you do, the things that you focus on, the things that you want to achieve, and the things that you want to make in life, because at the same time it's bringing you this balance, but it's making you feel very courageous with those things in life that we should be courageous, and around the people that are energy drainers, especially at the time when we are like kind of like working on our finances, financial situation, when we are working on the next step, when we are working on our career, when we are working on our finances in general. This is brilliant when it comes to the actual prosperity, because it attracts prosperity into our lives, but at the same time it helps, it kind of pushes us to go forward when we are around people that would normally drain our energy and make us feel really negative and uncertain without even realizing. So this little crystal, it helps you to protect yourself in so many different ways. This is something I would wear every single time when you're working on something important, when you're trying to give your best, when you're trying to achieve your best, when you're trying to express yourself, when you're trying to explain yourself, when you need that extra energy, when you're like planning something, when you're trying to make big decisions. It's all to do with the growth and making the most out of your growth at the right moment in time, my gorgeous Libra. This is going to be a must crystal to wear in April, May and June 2022. And also this chrome chalcedony, it encourages positive and constructive self-reflection, which is pretty much needed right now. It increases physical energy, blood and circulation. It's a very important crystal to wear. And if you would like to buy this comes with a sterling silver chain, and if you would like to buy this, the link is in the description below, right at the end of the description of this video. And by buying things from my channel, you're also also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that, so thank you very much, my gorgeous Libra. So now, basically, the very first important date is going to be on the 2nd of April. Now, the 1st of April, you're already going to kind of become aware of something very strange and very unusual. You're going to hear something on the outside that hasn't got anything to do with your life in general, but it has been affecting your life, and it's just going to make you like, oh my God, scary. It's going to make you feel a little bit scary. It's going to make you feel a little bit not scared, but you're going to find something scary, and it's nothing to do with you. But this is an important element for you to understand, because by the time it's going to get you thinking, it's going to get you going, this specific aspect that I'm talking about. So by the time you get to the 2nd of April, it's all about you kind of like a becoming aware of the outside influences that you haven't been contemplated, okay? So you will come across a certain challenge, and then you're going to become aware of the outside influences that you didn't contemplate, and that in itself is going to pretty much so going to confirm something to you, but it's also going to make you feel really keen and eager to just carry on with your life, because at this moment in time you will most certainly, most importantly, have absolutely enough of the actual nonsense. And you will know what this is, because this is going to inspire you so much. It's going to help you to come home to yourself, to your spirit, to your soul, and it's going to direct you where you need to be directed. It's going to direct you towards your home and towards your happiness. You will want to be happy. You will want to feel the pleasure. You will feel very much so like a peace, because almost immediately you are going to have the certain support from somebody who means to you so much, and that is going to mean to you so much. And the support that I'm talking about is to do with making a big change that is going to affect, starting the process of change that is going to affect your immediate home almost like instantly, and it's going to give you determination. It's going to bring you a whole new initiative. It's going to bring you the whole new strength into your life when it comes to you feeling very active, very powerful. You know, this is going to lead towards the success, because by the time you get to the 15th of April, you will know exactly why this is going to lead towards the huge success in your life, because you're going to feel a very deep and emotional feeling, but then again you're going to find yourself on a very spiritual quest here, because you will simply, most certainly, most importantly, you will want more out of life. And that in itself, it's also going to lead in between the 2nd of April and the 15th of April, you know, you're going to have a resolution of a very, very long problem that was slowing you down and affecting you and making you worried, in particular over the last 4 months. So it's all about conclusion, which is immediately bringing healing, because it's to do with a satisfactory result, which is going to bring you fulfillment into your life. But you will know that there is a certain compromise that you are going to need to have, and that compromise is going to kind of like the fact that you're going to need to have a compromise, it's actually going to inspire you even more, because it's going to lead towards you being devoted towards the special part of your life that makes you feel so good, that makes you feel so excited, that makes you feel alive again. It makes you feel rejuvenated, regenerated. You know, it's like basically it's important, because it's all about you being loyal to yourself and realizing and understanding if you don't take care of yourself, no one else really is in the way that you would take care of yourself. You take care of yourself, then you take care of others. Otherwise, it just absolutely doesn't make sense. Then everybody's lost in a limbo, you see. So this is important. So it's all about you offering services and efforts towards something very specific goal in your life. You have to trust yourself, because this is going to bring a success into your life. Success is about to expand in your life through this particular situation. Okay, so the next date, okay, before I go there, another thing I was going to show you, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Faceted Pregnant. Look how beautiful this is. Very unique and very beautiful, and it instantly makes you feel calm. It instantly makes you feel really open. It instantly increases your intuition. It makes you like really, really wise just by having this. And what this is going to do, it's going to enhance your like a psychic power, your third psychic eye. It protects you really nicely and really gently against the negative people, negative positive energy around you, but also on another hand, it enhances precognition. It prepares you for things that you didn't even think they were coming, because only by wearing this you become very, very psychic. We're all psychic all the time, but sometimes certain crystals, you know, they have this power, they have this ability to enhance our psychic powers in such a way where we don't even realize that they're enhanced, but they're enhanced through our actions. We do the right things, we say the right things, we connect to right things, we connect to right people by wearing this, we make the right choices by wearing this. So it's all about this enhancing precognition and inner knowing at the time when we need it the most, and it also brings an endless joy to our lives, you know, with this particular balance. It helps you to be prepared, but also it calms the environment around us. So it's all, again, you know, it's just so much to do with the vibration and energy around us when it comes to us trying to make the maximum impact on our lives with things that means to us too so much. The energies are affecting us without us even realizing, let alone what they are doing to us when it comes to the wrong people in our lives around us. So pregnant really beautifully, it just helps you out by just staying, having this balance, staying on the course, you know, overcoming obstacle in the best possible way where you get the most out of it and you do and say the right things as well. It helps you to be prepared. Just remember this. So before you do anything like really important that you're uncertain about, but you need to do it, you know. So for throughout April, May and June, every single time when you need to do something important, you need to show yourself, but you're so uncertain, you want to know more, you want to find out more. This like kind of opens you up. It opens your subconscious mind. As long as you just kind of like pay attention to something, you focus on something, and it just starts opening you. And immediately there are all sorts of things that come to you at the same time. This gorgeous pendant comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Libra. So now the second date is going to be on the 16th of April. Now the 16th of April, you're going to become aware of a bit of a conflicting influence here, and through you becoming aware of a conflicting influence on the 16th of April, the devil is going to reveal its face. It doesn't really matter. You are powerful, you are strong, you are unique, you are gifted. You're one of the signs, my gorgeous Libra, who are born very 100%, like 100 million percent psychic, you know. You're very, very psychic indeed, like above so many other people. I have to say this, everybody is born with this gift indeed, but you are having this gift on a much kind of like a different level. You read people, you know the situation, you know when something is right, and you know when something is not right. So this is nothing surprising to you, whether you realize this or not. So it's kind of like a little devilish person. It's going to be revealed here, and you will know this little bastard was also the cause for you kind of having difficulties in launching new projects, and the difficulties in difficult situations you had over the last 2 months because of this particular person. So this is something that is just kind of got you worried already, and this is only going to kind of confirm this to you. It's not going to completely surprise you, but most importantly, it's going to highlight the fact that you have to be very mature and responsible by being persistent, being reliable to yourself, being patient. But the bottom line is to keep on being persistent. Any challenge that you come across like this and the mask is fallen, and then you see a little bastard here, anything like this is like a bonus for you, actually, because it's only going to confirm the certain aspects in your life that you kind of don't want to be part of, you don't want to be around, you want to remove yourself from this, because you will realize how much you actually spiritually grow. This is going to bring you an amazing progress, and also at the same time motivation through someone very important to you. You know, it's again going to be highlighted. Just remember, when the right people in our lives like make themselves known, important people in our lives who mean to to us so much. These are the motivations that I'm talking about, because they also provide us with a little spiritual sacred gift, something that we find out about ourselves that we maybe didn't kind of like give enough credit to. So you are going to also, through someone very important to you, you're going to find out something very unique and special about yourself that you should give a credit to yourself, and inspect this, explore a little bit, because there is something going to be there for you as well. It's going to bring you satisfaction and accomplishment later on, but now this is all about you realizing that this is part of your existence, and this is going to be the part of your existence, because it almost immediately is going to give you the pleasure in your daily existence, and that in itself is just going to start a process of like a very much so healing energy that is going to start flowing through you, so you will know what this is. Okay, so now the third date, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be on the 30th of April. Now, this is a big mama time, because remember, the 29th and the 30th, you will become aware of that really big, important opportunity that I'm talking about. There's so many changes that this opportunity is going to bring into your life. So many changes. Most importantly, you're going to start living your life again. You're going to start kind of like enjoying your spiritual path. I'm not saying that you are sad and miserable, but I'm just telling you, once you reach this moment and point, and once you're going to be aware of what is going to be right in front of you, it's going to be absolutely huge, very important indeed. But on another hand, you know, the 30th of April is just like a basically the certain person, you know, it's going to mean to you so much. There is a very strong reconnection in between you and somebody else that is going to take place. This person is also going to play an important role, you see, the 30th of April. Look at this. A reconnection with somebody very special, you know, very important harmony is going to take place, and that person is just like, you know, someone who is meant to be in your life, but maybe you're not seeing each other as much as you should, but you should. But sometimes this life is like a big banana, you know, sometimes this life is a huge banana, because it's like kind of we drift apart from the people that mean to us so much. We love them, we just want to give our life to them, and we love them so much, and they love us, but sometimes the life takes you there, and you kind of a little bit apart, but then suddenly it's time to kind of reconnect again. And once you reconnect, you will see that nothing changed whatsoever in between you and that person. You can also reconnect on the phone or on the text message or whatever, but most importantly, they're going to be part of this huge determination, massive determination. They're going to help you to open yourself up, because they will tell you specific things about yourself that you will want to hear, you will want to know, but because it's coming from someone so close to you, this is like kind of like a coming from somewhere completely different, because through them you're going to find out about a certain like kind of idea which is going to inspire you so much, and it's also going to bring you success and material attainment indeed. On another hand, the 30th of April is also very important message that something that you have been waiting for here for the last 10 months, something that you have been waiting for the last 10 months, and it's to do with money, it's to do with finances, it's to do with personal situation, it's to do with the future planning. This is a very good news that you are actually going to hear. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, my moon is in Libra. Okay, so my moon is in Libra. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So now this is what you're going to hear. It's just a basically very important message. And that in itself, you know, is just all about you. Basically, also through that, at the same time, it's not only about your own stability, but it's at the same time something very difficult is slowly going to start to an end. Very big difficulty that was really kind of like affecting your own stability over the last 10 months. So now this is going to be the moment when, you know, it's to do with a victory, but it's caused a certain problem. It's now you're going to become aware of the certain problem slowly coming to an end. And I'm like this so much, because that is going to give you the chance to reconnect with yourself when it comes to the past, because it's going to require from your next step to understand what exactly you're gonna do, and then suddenly you're gonna feel a very strong connection with the past, and there is an element of the past that is just going to play such an important role of inspiration. It's going to remind you of what exactly you need to do, and it's to do with the feelings, emotions, and an aspect that you used to do. do, but you're not doing, but you should be doing, because it's a very strongly part of your spiritual journey. Your spirituality is about to awaken, and this is where you're gonna get to an important stage. So reflection on the past, it's about to bring you an insight, but at the same time it's just about you basically just understanding that you will know exactly which part of your life do you need to make a wise investment, and again, my goodness, you're going to become aware of some kind of a deception and dishonesty, but it's nothing to do with your life, it's nothing to do with the people in your life, it's to do with something that you are going to hear on the outside, and that in itself, it's again going to make you aware. It's going to answer to you why certain things in your life have been so delayed. This is what is going to be answered. But then again, this is just in itself, oh my God, it's going to make you to kind of explore the specific part of your life. And exploration is going to pretty much last from the 30th of April until the 7th of May. Okay, I'm going to May now, until the 7th of May. It's about this very important exploration that you're going to feel, in sense of you will want to explore the certain part of your life that you feel very enthusiastic about, and it's to do with initiative, it's to do with something new. It's to do with a new aspect, and it's to do with you realizing unlimited possibilities. It's all about you feeling this kind of a very powerful obsession, but I say obsession with the right part of your life, with the right aspect of your life. It's something that makes you feel alive again, something that makes you feel great, something that makes you feel good, and something that, your feelings, it's going to be undeniable. It's not going to be possible to ignore. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to be one more thing. The 30th of April, I want you to remember this: a great adventure, take a risk, and venture forward. I need you to remember this. I will repeat, my gorgeous Libra. On the 30th of April 2022, I want you to remember the words great adventure, and I want you to remember take a risk, venture forward. You will know exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Libra. Okay, so now the first part of April, I'm just going to say quickly what is going to happen mid part of April and the last part of April. So the first part of April, there is some kind of important wiseness about yourself that you're going to become aware of. Why am I saying this? It's to do with a certain knowledge that you must pass on to the people who mean to you so much. The first part of April, it's all about you becoming aware of something really crazy, really bizarre, really mental, like nothing to do with your life in general, but you need to pass this knowledge on to the people who mean to you so much. This is very, very important indeed. The mid part of April, you are going to become aware of a really pretty much so an amazing opportunity as well. But you also need to be aware of the fact that you need to be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now it's time to take the actions, and you also, when I say now it's time to take the actual action, it's to do with doing things what you are passionate about. Mid-April, this is gonna be highlighted strongly here. The last part of April, it's all about you expressing yourself. It's all about you talking. It's all about you putting your foot down. It's all about you kind of understanding. Please, I hope you understand this, that the last part of April, a lot needs to come from you. It's time for you to take a leadership role, step into the spotlight. You will be facing the situation that will be pretty much so connected to this, so you will know what I was talking about. It's all about you talking, being honest, coming out of yourself, but at the same time making sure to keep your eyes on the big picture. Communicate your vision and do not be sensitive to criticism whatsoever. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, so I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. I mean, this is a brilliant month because something huge is going to happen. Something really big is going to happen for both of you, and it looks like you're both going to realize, oh my God, thank God, finally, you're going to hear information and a message that it's not going to be indicating, oh my God, everything is changing. But one little aspect is about to change. And that little aspect, it's going to mean everything to you and to your partner. Because for the first time in a long time, you will be able to move on with your life. Don't worry about finances. Don't worry about anything. It is to do with the plan, what you're gonna do next. It's also to do with what you had to put on hold, what was like on hold for like a while now, and now for the first time in a long time, after you hear the specific message, you will be able to carry on with very important plans in your life. Just think about the future, think about the planning, think about what you do want to do, think about the next step. Do not think about, oh my God, I'm going to think, oh no, finances and this and that. No, baby, no. Just carry on with your planning, and everything else is going to come naturally. Because by the time you get to the 27th, 28th, 29th, and the 30th of April, you're already going to be on a very, very specific stage of your spiritual journey. You will already know, my Lord, how much you're actually going to have to do, but in the best possible way when it comes to the immediate future. Something that you didn't think it's going to happen just yet, but there you go. This is when things are going to start becoming very, very interesting for you indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Libra, behave, my gorgeous Libra. No, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, this is so important, my gorgeous Libra, because you know something is going to come to you. Something is just going to come to you out of the blue. And if you wanted to be with someone, if you're longing to be with someone and things like that, that's absolutely brilliant. But you know, you're going to have a moment, you know, maybe you're going to be sitting in the forest, what I was saying before, like to reconnect with the nature, because a lot is going to come to you. So when you least expect it, you will be chilling out, maybe you will be sitting down on your chair, maybe you will be in the forest somewhere by the nature, maybe you will be meditating, but you know what, maybe you will be sitting down, you're kind of drifting, and you fell asleep, and then that stage in between you close your gorgeous eyes, and then it's that stage in between you close your eyes, and then in between when you fell asleep, it's all that like a meditation state. My point is that something is going to come to you out of the blue, some kind of wise knowledge, which means that you are ready to find someone. If you are ready, this means that you are ready, because this wise knowledge is coming from someone else, and the wise knowledge is going to come in the form of you. Suddenly it's just going to come to you. Where do you need to go? What do you need to do? It's like maybe going to the certain place, maybe visiting the certain place, maybe changing the places. I don't know. It's very difficult to say, but it's going to come to you, but it's going to consist of where you're going to go. Something is going to come to you out of the blue. The bottom line is that what's going to come to you out of the blue, it's also going to be it's going to resolve your problems when you feel sometimes too restrained as well. So it's going to be connected to that, but at the same time it's going to pretty much so put you on the path with someone very, very interesting. You may become aware of who this is by the end of this month, but even if you don't become aware of who this is by the end of this month, it doesn't really matter, because May, it's going to be very strong when it comes to that person really making themselves known in your life full on. But on April 2022, this is what you're going to do. You're going to realize this is going to come to you out of the blue, because it's coming directly from your subconscious mind. Your spirit guides and your guardian angels are slightly going to redirect you to go there, and that particular place where you're going to find yourself by the end of this month, it's going to be a place where you're going to go often. So if you become aware of that person, I'm talking about someone very special entering your life, very important, somebody very understanding, somebody very intelligent, somebody very deep, somebody very spiritual on one hand, but also very practical when it comes to like business and things like that. Somebody very intelligent in so many different ways, you know, and somebody who likes to listen, and somebody also likes to express themselves with really nice way, the way they talk and things like that. There is something mesmerizing going to be about this person. So that person is going to make themselves known in April, but if they don't, then May, most certainly this is going to happen. My gorgeous Libra, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.